Hello, mares and stallions, dragons and dragonesses. My name is Moonsaber, and welcome to Episode 1 of Star Wars Battlefront 2. The good one. So, for those who don't know, EA released a Star Wars Battlefront 2 a few years ago, and it was met with less than stellar reviews. I'll just say that much. But this is the game that people are most fond of. This game was released in 2005 by Pandoramic as well as LucasArts. And many people consider this to be the pinnacle of Star Wars Battlefront, of the Star Wars Battlefront series, the one that all titles strive to emulate, including the newer ones, with varying degrees of success, not to say that much. So, for this, we'll be going through the single-player campaign, and if people are interested, I will be more than happy to go through the Galactic Conquest as each of the factions. But for now, we're going to start off in training mode, because this is considered the first part of the game.
My first day as a member of the 501st. It was hot, it was sandy, chaotic. Nothing at all like the simulations on Camino. Of course, that's pretty much the way it was for all of us, wasn't it? All that breeding, all those years of training. It doesn't really prepare you for all the screaming or the blood, does it? Frankly, I'm still amazed we ever made it through the first hour. Never mind the first day.
Indeed. So welcome to Geonosis, the training mode, where we're going to start things off with the Clone Trooper. So, when you go into a new map, you will be presented with, you have to choose which class you want to be. Each class comes with their own weapons, usually a primary, a secondary, and some type of throwable. And you choose where you spawn at via command post. In this case, we only have one command post, so we're going to spawn right here.
Your simulation days are over, Trooper. This is a real battle. And if you mess up, you'll really end up in a world of pain. Now get out there.
You got it, sir.
Some activity has been reported in the vicinity of Checkpoint Alpha. Get there and secure the area.
So during single player missions, we will be given specific missions to do that we must complete in order to complete the level and move on to the next mission, next map. In this case, we have to go to our objective arrow in Checkpoint Alpha. Now I'm going to be playing this in the first person perspective. I know most people much prefer the third person mode, but I'm just a bit more accustomed to doing the first person mode. So let's go ahead and get started. Move around with WASD. You can also press M to pull up your map to get a mini map of the area. I'll go over all the various bars over there as we get closer.
Droid scouts have been detected in the area. Take them out before they can report our position.
Alright, so now we have some droid scouts we need to take out. All we have to do is find them and hold down the left mouse button to start shooting. We have our clone trooper comes with a blaster rifle, a good anti-infantry rifle. Puts out some good rate of fire, good damage.
Nice work.
But does need to reload.
Let's hope those scouts didn't get word back to their army. Now, finish off that damaged Hellfire droid using your thermal detonators.
Gonna go ahead and pick up some health and ammo. So we have a damaged Hellfire droid here, Hellfire tank. So if you hit the right mouse button, you'll throw thermal detonators. And if you manage to land the thermal detonator on a vehicle, it will stick and then damage it.
Good job, but the droid army is headed this way.
Uh-oh.
Capture the downed Techno-Union ship to secure a stronger foothold for our troops.
So most maps are command post focused maps, in which you fight for control of command posts. In this case, we're gonna capture this command post. To capture a command post, just stand next to it, and you'll see a bar on the right fill up with blue. If it flashes red, that means there's enemies nearby. So you need to take out the enemies to continue filling up. Once it's all the way blue, you're captured.
Go to the downed Techno-Union ship and switch to the engineer class at the command post there.
Alrighty. So now we need to repair a health and ammo droid using the engineer class. As you can see, all of our clone trooper brothers are now out and about, and they're going to start fighting the droids. So we switch over to the engineer class, who's got a shotgun, a fusion cutter, death pack, and dispenser, health and ammo. Let's spawn.
Good. Now use your fusion cutter to repair the health and ammo droid.
So right now we're stuck on our shotgun, but we need to use our fusion cutter in order to repair health and ammo droids. Hitting 1 will switch your primary weapon. So now we have our fusion cutter. We go to our medical droid here, hold down the fire button, and repair it. And do the same for the ammunition droid.
Nice work, Trooper. The CIS have sent in a column of spider walkers.
Uh-oh.
Get to the ATTE clone and make it fast.
So now we need to hop into a vehicle. Luckily we have an ATTE here. Come up to it, hit E, and you'll enter.
Take one of those walkers down before they do some serious damage.
Now we have to use our AT&T to take out one of these spider droids. AT&T has a regular laser gun as your primary fire that does have unlimited ammo but will overheat, and a secondary fire that's good for vehicle attacks. So we're just gonna keep blasting through those.
A Geonosian got killed and dropped a holocron
Ooh.
on top of the Techno-Union ship. Use a command post to switch to the Jet Trooper class.
Alright, so let's hop out of the vehicle. We need to switch over to a Jet Trooper class, which is one of the special classes for the clone army. Jet Trooper class have jetpacks. And they also have an EMP launcher, a commando pistol, and some thermal detonators.
Now use your jump jets to get up there and acquire that holocron and bring it back to Checkpoint Alpha. Who knows what secrets it might hold.
So, to use the jetpack, you just hit jump twice. Oop. Alright, need to wait a moment to recharge the fuel. Ah, okay. There we go. Pick up the holocron. And unfortunately, while you're carrying a holocron, or basically the flag, you cannot use your jetpack. So do keep that in mind.
The CIS are holed up in the cliff bunker. Get up there and take over that post.
Whoa.
Give us a strong vantage point on the battlefield.
Alrighty. So yeah, missions can go by pretty fast. So as we're making our way over here, I guess I'll explain a few of the other tabs. So the blue bar at the bottom left represents your health. If it goes out, you're dead and you need to respawn. The yellow bar represents stamina. Stamina is used for sprinting, and I can't really do it in first person. It's also a bit hard to do on the keyboard and mouse, because I've played this game on the PlayStation 2, and I've kind of gotten used to the controls there. But you're able to dodge roll with that, and I'm sure my experience with that will come back in time. Oh. Ow. If you hit Q, you can lock onto enemies. Useful for keeping track of them. Uh-oh. I need to switch to my pistol. Just like the simulation. Ow. Enemies will occasionally drop health and ammo that you can pick up to replenish your health and ammunition. Certain weapons have ammunition, like for instance your EMP launcher for the Jet Trooper. Uses ammo. When you run out of ammo, represented by the number to the left of the weapon, you can't shoot it anymore. Makes sense, right? Hopefully. Ugh. The commando pistol does not have ammunition, but instead runs on a heating system. The more you fire the gun, the more you'll see that yellow bar start to fill up. if it gets filled up all the way, your weapon will overheat and you need to take some time to let it cool down before you can fire it again. So we come over here and you can see there's an enemy command post. So before we can capture it, we need to first remove their control, denoted by decreasing red bar on the left side. Once it goes all the way out, we can start filling it up. Until that red goes away, enemies can still spawn in on this command post. No.
We need some snipers to pick off some droids and help thin out the CIS forces. Grab a sniper rifle and take out some droids.
Alright. So now on to our next class. Clone sharpshooters. They have a sniper rifle, a pistol, thermal detonator, and an auto turret. Nope. So in order to zoom in, you just use mouse 3, click on the mouse stick, and you can shoot some droids. Oop, missed that shot. I don't know what it is. So this is my one little problem with this, I guess, port. But it feels like the sniper rifles just kind of suck. Like they don't, like you shoot them, and it doesn't seem to want to hit the droids that you want. Like makes it very hard to get headshots and such.
Those spider walkers are tearing us to ribbons. Get to a CP and switch to the heavy trooper class.
So, before we do that, I want to make a mention of something about your reticle, because your reticle actually gives you quite a number of information to help you out. So, if you perform a headshot on a droid, or do a critical attack on an enemy, infantry, or vehicle, you will notice that the hit marker for your shot, dang it, instead of having the normal 3 indicators, we'll have some, if I can just show it off. Can I not hit these things? Oh, I'm out of ammo. I was like, why haven't I reloaded yet? Now on the PC, you can actually scroll down to switch your primary weapon and scroll up to switch your secondary weapon. So it's useful. So that's a useful hot fix. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Come on. Okay, you see there how those 3 lines had little crosses inside of them? That indicates you scored a critical hit. Now vehicles also have critical hit points, and I will try to demonstrate them in this moment here. We're going to switch to a heavy trooper who has a rocket launcher, blaster pistol, thermal detonator, and mines.
Now take your rocket launcher and give one of those spiders a taste of some heavy fire.
So all vehicles have certain weak points that if you hit them with a rocket or any sort of anti-vehicle weaponry, you'll do tons of damage. For the case of the spider droids, you want to hit those cylinders that connect the legs to the chest of the spider droid. They're a little hard to hit, but if you can hit them, you'll do tons of damage. Whoa!
Has arrived on the battlefield. A lightsaber will come in handy against these droids.
Yep.
Let's knock down the CIS reinforcements a bit.
So I'll definitely demonstrate this next time I have to use a heavy weapon, but I will explain it now. You can lock onto vehicles with the heavy weapon class, and if you lock onto them, your rocket launcher will start to actually lock onto it, and when it's fully locked on, you can fire a homing rocket at it. So now, yep, if we go, we can now spawn as Mace Windu, our first hero of the game. Heroes work differently than they did in Battlefront, in some other Battlefront games you might have played. For example, they only appear for a limited amount of time, denoted by the blue bar that is slowly decreasing. the bar decreases faster when you take hits with them, but you can increase that bar every time you kill an enemy. Oh, whoopsie. Uh-oh. Come on. Mace Windu has some attacks. He uses lightsaber, which you can hold out to deflect blaster fire, so long as you have the energy to do so. He also has a lightsaber throw, where he'll throw his lightsaber out and swing it back. And then he also has a force push ability to push enemies away. Like that, causing them to get stunned and allowing you to move in and take them out.
The Force is with us today.
Indeed it is, Mace. Come on, I need some more hits. There we go. Ow.
We have to push the CIS back, take over their bunker to the north.
So now we have a takeover a bunker. Whew. Let's go here and start capturing. Oh. Got it. Come here. Whew. Uh-oh. Gotta watch those wrist rockets. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Don't capture it back. That's the absolute last thing I need. Gotcha.
Good job. May the Force be with you.
And once you complete all the missions, you'll get the victory sound. Dun, 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 dun.
Incredibly, the 501st survived the crucible of Geonosis, emerging battle-hardened and ready for whatever the war would throw at us.
So when you're done, you will come over here to this team stats where you can look at how well you did and how well all the other bots did. You can also look at personal stats, so you can see how many kills you've gotten, how many deaths, your favorite class, weapon, headshots, nemesis, bait, and any medals you got. Go to career stats and you can see what your career stats are. How many points you accumulate, your rank, kills, your kill-death ratio, points per life, and how many medals you've earned. Green and the rank of that medal. So you can click on each of these to learn about how you acquire these ranks. Now, Guardian, Endurance, and Warrior are probably going to be the most common ones that you'll get, since they only acquire you to score a certain number of points in one life. And the rest of these require you to be certain specific classes. So for example, getting a Gunslinger medal requires you to get kills in one life using a pistol. So that was training. Looking good so far? Great. Because I think it's time we start a new game. And a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, yet still somehow in the future, welcome to Star Wars. Do-do-be-doo, blah, 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 blah. The fall of the Old Republic. A shadow looms over the Republic. The Clone Wars have torn a rift across the galaxy, its populace weak in allegiances and resolve. Supreme Chancellor Palpatine has commissioned an elite division of clone troopers, the 501st Legion, to vanquish the Separatist threat once and for all. Their unwavering loyalty to the Chancellor, combined with the Republic's desperation to see an end to the war, has set the stage for the execution of Palpatine's ultimate plan. Braving the frigid world of Magito, the 501st joined Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi for the first of many crucial battles, destined to shape the fate of the galaxy. I'll make this episode a little bit longer since it is the first episode. So, we start off in Magito. Amongst the ruins, a powerful energy source must be acquired from the CIS manufacturing plant. Let's hop on in.
In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Magito, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Magitan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser. Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings, and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them, though, he never caught whiff of what was really going on until it was far too late.
Alrighty, so now we have access to all of the classes, including the Clone Commander, which we didn't see during the training mission. They have a chain gun, blaster pistol, a rally ability, and a recon droid. You can't use the Clone Commander or the Jet Trooper until you've acquired a certain number of points. To start things off with, I'm going to start with a Clone Trooper. Now, spawning in, you'll notice that there's something different on the top of the screen.
Today's target is an energy collector on the northern section of the platform. If we can take it down, production facilities in the area will grind to a halt. Let's move them out. The enemy's forward command post is on the other side of this bridge. We'll have to capture it before moving on.
You got it, sir. So, on the top, you'll notice that the red bar is blank, while the right bar has a number, 60. This is your reinforcement point. Basically, you and your squad team have 60 lives in total.
Turn this place into a scrap pile.
I want this. If you run out of it before completing your current objective, you fail the mission. So the game kind of encourages you to move fast and work hard. And try not to die a lot. And this is one of the things like I kind of wish like the newer Battlefront games got. Because like, wouldn't it be like really super cool to like have these massive battles with like a bunch of players and AI just like going at each other? That'd be awesome. Pity that they didn't do it. Anyway, this Clone Walker is what I use to sort of get here. It helps punch through, kills the enemies a lot faster than my normal blaster can. Get out of my way, engineer. Hitting the R button actually reloads your gun, just FYI. Okay. So I'm just kind of holding this position. When you complete a mission, you'll get more reinforcement points.
Take out those turrets and clear the deck.
So now our next objective is to take out these turrets so Ki-Adi-Mundi can land. You can use a heavy weapon. You can use whatever you want, pretty much. And that's another thing I like. The missions are very open-ended. Just so long as you complete them, you can use whatever tactics you want.
Listen up, man. Before we can begin our assault on the energy collector, we have to get past the shield barricade. Get behind the shield and take out the generator.
So make sure when you spawn in closer, because I've had instances where I spawned back here and it takes a while to get up there. So, now that we're Ki-Adi-Mundi, let's go in the back here and we're going to slash this open.
Capture the CP will serve as an excellent lookout point for our mission.
And now we're going to capture this CP. A lot of the Jedi work pretty much the same. They might have different force powers. Like in this case, Ki-Adi-Mundi has force pull instead of force push, like Mace Windu had. which basically pulls enemies towards you, which means they're close enough range for your lightsaber. I have an A18. Oop.
Before we can begin our assault on the Sep's energy collector, we have to penetrate their shield barricade. So load up and move out.
Now we've got to clear out. Oop. Come here. Let's clear out this other shield generator. Whoop! Oh, missed that guy. Droid. Cut through these guys, and cut through these. I am playing on normal difficulty, by the way. I'm not that skilled to do elite. Gonna take out these turrets. Why not?
Take down the core shield by destroying the generator.
Gotcha. Huh. 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 Ha. Ha ha. Come here. Smack you. And take you out. Now we're gonna smash this generator.
Let's take out the core.
And now we get to destroy the core. But be mindful, because inside of this place are some droidicas. Droidicas are annoying. So take them out quickly.
Good work. Now collect the core samples and return them to the dropship on the other side of the bridge.
So another thing I should know, missions can go by very fast.
Now take the crystals back to the dropship.
Like you are more than welcome to. Oh. Take your time with them, especially if you're good. But yeah, these missions can be they can be over rather quickly. But this is only the first mission, so it's pretty easy. Later on, they will get harder.
Sir, I can see the dropship.
Yep. Uh-oh. More droidicas! And a whole lot of tanks here as well. Let's try to slice these up from behind. The one bad part about these tanks is that they have nothing to defend their rears. I'm running out of time with Kiere Mundi. We're almost at the drop point, and done.
Nicely done, gentlemen. Your work here today has made the Chancellor a very happy man.
And victory. Oh man, still plenty of time.
The success of the mission on Megiddo was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st. Suddenly, we realized that the Jedi could be fooled. And if they could be fooled, they could be killed.
So one thing you might have noticed during those cutscenes is that they're all in-game, which I think is pretty cool. Still haven't died yet. I won't keep that up for much longer. There will be plenty of times where I'll die. Gonna go ahead and save. Now we're on to Coruscant, a desperate rescue. Palpatine's kidnapping gives the 501st a hands-on crash course in space combat. This is basically the space tutorial. Now the reason I didn't do that before, jumping into single player, is that you saw a space overview button that just runs you through a video on what space combat's about. Now you can choose to bypass all the space missions in the single player campaign if you want to. I won't. Let's do this.
As the Clone Wars progressed, more and more ground-based legions found themselves pressed into space combat, including the fighting forces of the 501st. For months, every hour of our downtime was spent in the simulator, preparing for the time we would face our enemies from the cockpit of a 170. Finally, the day came to earn our wings. The CIS had staged a daring kidnapping of Chancellor Palpatine and was being escorted from Coruscant by a fleet of separatist ships. With only a few veteran pilots on planet, many of the 501st were pressed into service to drive off the Seps and buy time for a pair of Jedi Knights to rescue the Chancellor.
So space combat works differently. You have one command post to spawn in and only 2 troopers, a clone pilot and a clone marine. Clone pilots are good out in the cockpits of ships because they automatically repair vehicle health. Clone marines are good for boarding parties and ship defense. We're going to spawn in as a clone pilot
To battle stations. Repeat. All hands
who
to
have
battle.
commando pistols.
Pilots and Marines, get to your ships. The Jedi are depending on you.
A pistol, a fusion cutter, and a time bomb. Let's hurry up and get ourselves into a ship. And let's take out some fighters. Oh boy, here we go.
Incoming fighters, take them out.
So flight controls are inverted. Pressing the Q button allows you to lock onto a target, which you can track. And if you keep locked onto them in the view long enough, you can hit the Alt fire button. Don't take that kill from me. Oh, and shoot your proton torpedoes at them, which will home in. Alright, come on, let's do this.
We've got a banking clan ship acting as a frigate for the droids. Destroy it.
Alright. So now we have to destroy a banking clan ship that's acting as a frigate. Frigates are powerful support ships that have got nasty turrets. In the case of the banking clan, it's best to just shoot them from the bottom.
Pilots, focus your fire on the main CIS ships. We need their shields down as quickly as possible.
So capital ships have... Uh-oh! Whew, that's close. In order to destroy capital ship hardpoints, we need to first take out their shield. And the best way to take out a shield, just put as much fire as you can on them. I'm gonna back up a bit. Okay, don't crash into me, please. Luckily, during this particular space combat mission, you are given unlimited reinforcements. But like in that last mission, that will change. Okay. Come on. Now, I believe with proton torpedoes, they have a bit of an arming mechanic. The longer they fly, the more damage they do. But I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. Oh, hello.
Take down the droid communications array. That'll give you an opening.
So now we have to take out their communication array.
Go after that bomber.
Every capital ship has 5 critical hardpoints that you need to... Oh, crud. Kinda not used to inverted controls just yet. One of those critical hardpoints is their communication array.
Take out that bomber.
Like so.
Well done. Now that they're in disarray, fly into their hangar and land. Be careful.
You can also fly into an enemy capital ship. Oh boy.
Use rocket
This is
launch
basically a
time bombs to
boarding
destroy the
tactic.
internal systems.
Once on an enemy capital ship, you need to work fast because remember, you are on their ship. They do have a command post here. You cannot capture that command post. at all. So they will just be constantly spawning in troops. Now, in the single player campaign, that's bad because they have unlimited reinforcements. And you probably won't. But in multiplayer scenarios, this might actually be a good tactic, since you can drain their reinforcements by basically boarding their ship and taking them out before they can get into space combat themselves. Plus, that also means that they have less ships in the air, giving your pilots outside more and easier breathing room. And I am close to death. I need to... Health would definitely be appreciated at this point in time. No? Time bombs are very powerful. You toss them, wait a few seconds, and then they detonate. I didn't realize I was close to death. 3 time bombs and we take out the engine cooling tank, which takes out the engine critical
Grab a
point.
fighter and destroy the bridge of the enemy cruiser.
Copy that. Where's the health and ammo?
Attention, all second stage pilots on deck.
Uh-oh. Recover the health, recover the health, recover the health. My ship got blown up, so I guess I'm taking a droid starfighter ship. This one's mine.
Pilots on deck. Unable to evade enemy. Assistance required.
Alright, so now that we're in an enemy fighter, let's go ahead and destroy the bridge. Another critical component. Oh. Okay, come on. Get that missile away from me. I almost destroyed the bridge. Yep, just need a few more shots at it. And there we go.
Well done, gents. With flying like that, the Republic is
Now.
well on its way to victory.
And boom. First death, but we won anyway, so it's all good.
After disabling the final capital ship, General Kenobi and Skywalker took advantage of the opportunity we'd created and rescued the Chancellor. Took all the credit, too.
Alrighty. So there we go. And I think that'll be a good point to end this first episode on. Man, it feels really good to be playing this game again. Having so much fun. And I hope you all are enjoying it as well. So, next time on Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 edition, we will be off to Felucia, Heart of Darkness. Oh boy. And this is where the game starts to get a bit more of a pain in the butt. So until then, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If not, I understand. You can dislike it if you choose to. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up to date on live streams and video uploads that I do. And until then, this is Moonsaber, signing off. Wishing you all a great day. Take care.